Thank you for flying Air Audible. Please put on your headphones and relax as we begin our ethereal journey through the worlds of fiction. Our first destination today takes you beyond the wall. Then, if you look to your left, you'll see the planet Mars. Get a galactic tan. After our brief stop in Gilead, our next stop is your own. Be it the mythical world of Hogwarts or ancient Greece, there are limitless possibilities. Wherever it is, we'll get you there in style. The difference is Audible.
The program is rated TV MA NSFW OMFG GAF TTV BYGAS. It is unsafe for epileptics. It kills lab rats. Why are you still here? This show came out of the dark recesses of a coked-up guy's mind who has just been given too much privilege and access and now just takes a depraved delight in disturbing and scaring you. In fact, if we're being totally honest here, the original creator never expected a third season pickup, so now he's just trying to think of creative ways to kill the characters off. Seriously, don't watch this.
Getting ready. All right, Triple H, are you ready? It's time to play.
Go!
Someone wants to go for a mustache ride. Gabe, you know what? I really, I was kind of pissed off how you said I was a terrible friend the last episode. So, you remember that? The last episode, you called me a terrible friend. You said I was a shitty friend.
I did, maybe.
What a shitty friend, Gabe. What a shitty friend. Remember the most important day ever. Your birthday. Hit it.
Oh, hey, Gabe, how you doing? Al here. Listen, I know you're super busy. You got a lot going on. I really hate to bother you, but, well, there's something I've been meaning to tell you, and I'm afraid it just can't wait any longer. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Gabe. Happy birthday to you. Hey, it's your birthday. Gotta be your birthday. You know what I was told? You're really freaking old.
It's your birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Happy birthday, Gabe. I remembered.
2 weeks ago.
Wait, what?
2 weeks ago. My birthday was 2 weeks ago. Thanks. 2 weeks late. Yeah, you're a great friend. Thanks, Potter. Appreciate that.
Fuck.
Coming to you live.
We're live.
In front of an audience from around the world, where we talk about fighters, fighting, and events. Welcome to Fight World Live, where you can hear about the latest in the world of combat sports. Get ready to gear up and square up, because we are going live.
Broadcasting live. Simple broadcast live.
This is Fight World Live.
Happy birthday, Mr. Gabe. And by the way, welcome to Fight World Live on Amazon Prime. I'm David Potter, the big dick man of all combat sports, alongside four-time world champion, owner of one of the best gyms on the planet, Triple H. Triple H, how you doing today?
I'm well. It's not my birthday, but it's a good day regardless.
Awesome. Thank you, Stone Cold Steve Awesome. So, okay, we're in this bitch like an unborn baby. Gabe, are you ready for 5 topics, good sir?
Oh, yeah. Let's go, baby.
Let's kick this off right. Let's go 5 topics. Gabe, are you ready for topic number 1, my friend?
I was born ready 2 weeks ago.
Are you really gonna? Are we gonna continue
I'm just
with
saying,
that?
I mean, okay, now you know what? Weird Al at any point is a good time, but 2 weeks late still kind of feels like you're kind of a shitty friend, Potter. Let's go to topic number 1. Let's go.
Topic number 1: UFC 306 takes place this weekend on
Yeah.
Saturday night. Takes place from the Sphere in Las Vegas for the Mexican holiday. Everyone, I'm not too sure or excited about it. They are, they aren't. Gabe, what say you, good sir?
In what respect? I think the card. I mean, I'm interested in Merab versus Sean O'Malley.
Oh yeah, dude.
The
Totally.
card overall, I mean, it's loaded full of Latin talent that I don't know of. I think also the Grasso Shemalenko fight will be a good one. That one needs to kind of be figured out. But overall, from what I've been hearing, is that there are I think thousands upon thousands of seats still empty. The ticket prices have been dropping and dropping and dropping. That's not a good sign. Not a good sign at all.
If you look on Ticketmaster, all the seats, a majority of the seats, are still available. And they said, okay, we're going to cut down prices, but even the nosebleeds are like $2,000, $3,000. I mean, I would figure if you want to pack that house, you might as well just cut it in half, take your L, take your loss, so it looks good on television. I think that would be the main priority. Let's savage this somehow. Like, you know, like Gabe, don't you think that would be a better strategy than still charging for $2,000 for nosebleeds?
Well, look, if you have to come up with a couple $1 million, there's going to be a shortfall no matter what. I mean, sell the tickets to fill the place up. But the other problem is you're going against Canelo on a Mexican Independence weekend in Vegas at the same time. That's a rough sell, and on top of you know it being I wouldn't say a mediocre card, but not a top tier card. And I mean, the ticket prices are expensive, man. That's definitely going to. I mean, look, they're saying it's going to be an event like no other, and everyone's all excited about. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I personally think that this is going to hurt. Well, look, the UFC is a moneymaker no matter what. This might be a money loss. I think this sounds like it's going to be a massive loss for them. But either way, it's still going to be pro UFC.
And the biggest problem, too, is, once again, going back, and we're going to be talking about this topic, too. We'll go back to the Canelo fight, but they're going to be in T-Mobile Arena. The Sphere is fucking, 20, 30 minutes away? Like, what the fuck are you thinking? Like, book the Sphere. Well, I don't know. They should have went on a Sunday. I don't know why the UFC did not move this event, because I can't wait for this card. Valentina the Bullet is going to be taking on Grasso in a rematch. I can't wait. 2 of the best, most elite women in their weight class going to clash again with the championship on the line. Rich Van Houten, one of my former coaches, is going to be in the corner of Valentina. Shout out to him. And I can't wait for that rematch. I can't wait for that fight. It's going to be a fucking barn burner. You know, it's going to be exciting, fast-paced, great jiu-jitsu, great stand-up exchanges. And then Sugar Sean O'Malley.
What would happen if every girl on Earth disappeared?
Oh, life would be a dream. Shaboom, if I could take you up in paradise up above. Shaboom, and tell me, darling, I'm the only one.
Taking on Merab.
You guys, give her off the mic. Give her off the mic. No, it's okay. It's okay.
Hey, don't worry about him.
Me instigating the fight into reality where I was right next to Marab and we instigated Marab taking on fucking Henry Cejudo. And Marab, you still owe me money, motherfucker. We instigated that fight and made it into reality. And now Marab's a #1 contender. All because of me, the big dick band of all combat sports. This is our bet I'm excited for. It just went from 6 to midnight. I'm going to come, Gabe. This is an exciting event, but it overshadows. It's getting overshadowed and overlooked by Canelo, the dinosaur, the 5,000-pound gorilla, which UFC, you always call the 5,000-pound gorilla, but you still can't compete with boxing, who obviously, if you have a big name and a big fighter, Canelo's the only fight on that card I know about. And you're competing against fucking Canelo. It's lights out, baby. No muss. I would just say, hey guys, guess what? We're going to move the event one day because we realized we fucked up, and we're going to move the spear to on a Sunday. How about them apples? You know, I would do that personally.
I don't know if it's possible to do that. I mean, it sounds like the production value of the spear is something that takes a lot of effort and a lot of money. So I don't think it's one of those things you can just move around. I don't know. It sounds like it was a poor decision, but it's one that they're going with. And again, looking at the gate, and you thought it's a good card. I think it's a decent card. I think it would be like a fight night card, excluding the Marab, besides the 2 title fights.
A Fight Mixer Show.
You know, if it wasn't for guys like you, you know, this sport wouldn't be where it is today. And I don't think you know that too. Do you realize that? Like, how much you've done for this sport?
Well, I do, and it you know, you kind of look back on it, and it just bothers you that people like Dana and the people in the UFC and people who have benefited from the UFC and making all kinds of money haven't really given credit to where that credit is due. It's like they want to pat themselves on the back. They want to try to say that they did it, and they even go as far as some of the media wanting to try to give praise where praise shouldn't have been. Because there's anger or frustration, or maybe there was an argument or a lawsuit or something that happened between myself and the UFC. But you can't erase history. You can't, just because you don't like somebody after they helped you make all that money, turn around and sell the company for $4 billion, and you can walk away into the sunset, and then not turn around and give credit where credit's due, because you never would have made that money if I hadn't went back into the UFC in Vendetta with me and Tito Ortiz and built those numbers up where they need to be so that they can get going in the right direction and raise awareness of what the UFC is and is going to do. They would be dead in the water. But unfortunately, that's where we're at right now. You realize I'm more popular now in the pro wrestling circuit than I am in the MMA world, because I haven't been getting the credit that was due to me, because some people are angry at me because I stood my ground and I fought for what I thought was right.
Did anybody come to you and be like, hey, Dan, what is this stuff? You've done this. You've already been involved in it. Can you give us some insight into this world prior to getting into the cage?
One of the first people was like a Don Fry. For example, Don Fry was one of my wrestlers when I was coaching at Arizona State University.
You both had the badass mustaches. I was both you guys in the same group. Hell no. Never.
Ironically, though, I'll say I have a civilized looking mustache. Don's got this bushwhacker, yeah. Thing that I don't ever remember was, where did this gravel voice come from him? Because he never had that when he was a wrestler at Arizona State. Just kind of, it's like he always comes up and they go, "What, did your testicles finally drop? And this is the voice that you had or what?" You know?
I've always wondered this. What was your toughest fight in?
The toughest, I would say Funaki, the rematch with Funaki. I lost, my first loss was actually against Funaki, and then when I fought him the second time, I was a completely different fighter. Now I knew the ground game. Now I understood it, and that it for him it was a slaughter. I knocked him down 4 times. I mean, my knees were afterwards. I have bruises on my knees, on my palms from hitting him in the head. I broke both cheekbones, his nose. But every time he went down, he got back up. And every time the audience started, when he was down, everybody go, Funaki. But then he started moving and he went back up, and I go, shut up, because I was tired by now, because I was unloading on everything that I had. But then eventually, I grabbed him by the hair. I remember that, because believe it or not, you were allowed to do that. And I drilled it in his face as hard as I could. And that thankfully, that kept him down. So for me, they always say that was my best fight. But they say for Funaki, it was his best fight as well, because he showed so much heart. It was insane.
For both sports, because you competed in both. What would you say is the best memory or the best match or best opponent from both pro wrestling and MMA?
Wrestling Minoru Suzuki was an incredible opportunity for myself, and I loved every minute of it. It was great to say that two, grandchildren of Carl Gotch, one of them being a grandchild of Billy Robinson, myself, and people derived from that snake pit catch-as-catch-can style, being there on that same night and bringing their lineages together. That was pretty impressive. That was a real stellar moment in my career.
Let's face it, work ethic is going to, a man's or woman's work ethic is going to be, the measure of that is the measure of their success in life.
I'm Jules, and this is the name is Mr. Chris Lytle.
What's happening? Thanks for having me here.
He has been fighting a very long time.
Very long time. I mean, that makes me feel like pretty old, but that's okay. It's cool. I'm as young as I feel, and the reason I'm here is I started fighting back in 1998, and I loved fighting back then. It was different. It was raw. It wasn't even MMA. It was called NHB. That meant no holds barred. Yeah, you could headbutt, bare knuckles, all kinds of stuff. So this reminds me of it. The BKFC is raw. It's still a fight. Those other fights, boxing and MMA, it's like an athletic contest where I'm going to be holding you down. This is about a fight. I'm going to knock your head off. So I love this sport, and it's the only true combative sport there is anymore, I think.
Just a little off the cuff. For example, do you think you'd ever get back in the ring?
No. And again, I have no problem with walking away from combat sports in terms of competing in it. I have no problem with it. So, and in fact, the only reason why I got started in fighting anyway was because I didn't want to get beat up in the street. It bothers me to watch people get beat up in the street. So I never wanted that to happen to me. So even now when I work out and train, that's always in the back of my mind. I need to be prepared in case somebody attacks me in the street. It was never to compete and make money. It was so that I don't get beat up in the street.
So what's going on with the entire thing with the UFC? I know we talked about the lawsuit a bunch of times, but where are you at with that? Are they planning on settling? Are they planning on making things good again? Because everybody would love to have you. I mean,
planning to make things good again. They've never made things good. All they've been doing is just ripping people off for 20 years. So we're actually ripping the fighters off for 20 years.
Okay, are we ready to drive Mustache Ride into topic number 2? Gabe, rub out those engines with a Mustache Ride up the gummy.
That's right.
Topic number 2. UFC 306 and Canelo Boogaloo, with the Canelo fight on the horizon. Also UFC 306, all happening on pay-per-view at the same motherfucking time. Will the Canelo fight crush UFC 306 in the pay-per-view buys? Gabe, what say you, good sir?
I think it has a very good possibility of doing so. I mean, Canelo is, he runs the Latin market in particular. He's one of the biggest names in boxing in the current state of boxing. I readily admit that I don't even know who he's boxing against, and I don't know anyone else in the card. But Canelo Alvarez, his name value is, I would say, better than the fighters in the UFC for that card. That's my personal opinion. I could be wrong, but everyone, like excluding David Potter, here anyone that excited about this card?
I'm excited and I'm hyped to the tits. But I think you bring up a valid point. I do not see anything beating a Canelo fight, especially during a Mexican holiday of this magnitude. I don't know from a strategic standpoint, from a business standpoint, I don't know what they were thinking of putting them on the same day. Why wouldn't the UFC put it on a Friday or put it on a Sunday? Why be in the same fucking city? If you're going to have this massive fucking production where I'm probably going to take some shrooms and just go into that fucking sphere and like freak out. But why, if you're going to invest so much money, would you go against a fucking boxing juggernaut of Canelo's stature? A gentleman that does not compare to Mayweather, but damn well should in the Mexican market. He's fucking Jesus Christ in the Mexican market. I don't understand the concept. I don't understand what they were trying to motherfucking prove. Like, what were they doing? What were they thinking? It just bothers me. It's an outrage.
I think they're looking at the Sphere was going to be such a spectacle in itself. Having a fight there, well, first off, I'm not wanting to say like what they made, how the decision was made. I just think that the Sphere is a really, really cool location, and I know that having a fight there is going to be something that's above and beyond a normal event. But going against Canelo, that's a rough one, man. That is really a rough attempt.
Slow down and catch the vibe. Weekly buzz, but we on the night. No bull stand true and tried. It's bust wood, it's ride or die. Slow down and catch the vibe. Weekly buzz, but we on the night.
I'm changing rap, and my name is Mac. Trust me, then I'm ready when the cameras flash. Cause the boy got presents like Santa's bag. Travel everywhere, homie, Alabama and back. My fans in the back, and they stand and they clap. Give me love all day, so I'm handing it back. They believe, so they family. I'm ready right now, kinda antsy. And I don't got nothing like a plan B. Just go and cop a crib in Miami. Get a Grammy and an Oscar. Cause mother always said act proper, hey.
Also from the Weekly Buzz, you're no stranger to bare knuckle boxing. James Louis was a last great opponent, great striker. It brings you the question, are you wanting more of a brawl style war or a boxing style bare knuckle match? Because Soto is known for his unorthodox style.
Yeah, I'm gonna swing the shit out of him, like I do in all my fights. I'm gonna cut his head off, and that's my style, I am a bit crazy, and I like to bring that madness to the ring.
Things already picking up here for our main event. Let's go to him.
funny quick story. It's like at the BKFC in Denver, I was standing there all crazy. You fist bumped her, and I was like, "That Cranston pulled you." I was like, but bigger than that. Now, bro, we know all about you now. We're watching him, man. I'm watching all the Johnny. I'm back on the way, man. I see him.
Your boy got an interview. Or you gonna do it?
You want me to do it? Yeah.
Interview us.
Yo, all right, so I'm with the champion. I'm with the greatest of all time, the GOAT of fucking bare knuckle, man. And he happened to find a NASCAR driver over here in BKFC 62. What's good, my man?
Yeah.
I'm really excited to be here. This is going to be really cool, for Renzo tonight. So super excited to see BKFC, and it should be awesome.
Is it your first time seeing BK?
I saw BKFC in LA, but this time we'll be up close right there.
Yeah,
Let's go.
I took that personal. I didn't get to put on a good show for them out in LA, so they came out here. Hopefully, Gaio and these other big wannabe champions can put on a good show for our NASCAR buddies.
Let's go, dude. Lorenzo, I love you. Can't wait to see you back in, man. Good luck on your next race. My dog. We're back.
Normally we bring the ladies on stage, but I don't think we can bring anyone on stage tonight, so we'll solo project you on stage. All right, help me with this.
Let's go, baby. I'm ready for this shit. Lambo versus Ford.
Six banger.
This is the second Lamborghini we raced. Go, 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 go!
No.
Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no God damn.
Hey, we're just leaving. It's 3 o'clock in the fucking morning, but we got the fucking mission accomplished. Let's go. Halftime Sports Bar, the #1 spot to watch all combat sports or any fucking thing you want. Go there, lay the Montana sports bet. Shout out to Robin, shout out to John. You guys are our fucking people for sure. Let's go. #1 spot to be, Great Falls, you already know. Halftime Sports Bar.
Yep. What's that smell? We keep it cooking in the oven. Yep. The oven. The oven.
And I see Israel Adesanya arrested for brass knuckles, and I was like, holy shit. That was my barber that gave him the brass knuckle. It was funny. I was getting my hair cut, and he was telling me, I know he's like a brass knuckles guy. Whatever he told me, whatever. I don't know. We're going to have to ask him if we're going to have to, I hope we don't have to cut this. And I can't stand to hear freaking Dana White say one more time how much he loves John Jones.
I know you're a Stipe guy, so is Jones not the GOAT?
I think he is. But I think Islam's catching up to him. Islam's active, he's young, now he's fighting guys in different weight classes, starting to clear out the division to where he can start looking at 170. With Bilal being the champ at 170 now, though, I don't think they're training partners.
Yeah,
so I don't think it wouldn't happen. If Leon was the champ, I think he could go up there and probably do pretty well against him.
Yeah, Bilal's such a tough fight. Everyone says he's such a boring fighter. I'm like, dude, it's MMA, man. Like, you want to watch people throw punches, go watch a boxing match.
He wins. He's a winner. Best podcast I've ever been on.
Oh, thank you. That's on camera. We got that.
And this is the banana cream pie that we offer.
I'm sorry. I can laugh.
You laugh when you said banana cream pie.
I'm sorry.
Wow, I didn't know it was gonna be that soft like that.
Yeah.
Gabe, are you ready for topic number 3?
It's 3. Yes.
All right, let's fucking go. Let's go. Topic number 3. Oh, this is going to be rough. Okay. Topic number 3. The Vince McMahon documentary announced on Netflix is coming out this month, and I'm coming just thinking about it. No.
Yeah,
pretty gross. Yeah.
You convinced both.
I did not stick the landing on that joke, but nevertheless, Gabe, what say you? We've been following this topic for quite some time. The Vince McMahon documentary on Netflix. Holy shit, is it going to be a hatchet job, which rightfully so. Gabe, what say you, good sir?
I think Vince is. I mean, first off, like all the allegations, everything has already tarnished his career.
I love it. That's you, Janelle. You just can't get enough, can you? In the future, it's going to be so bad that you'll demand to be twice a day, and not just with a dildo in a three-way. Then they'll find more friends and will tie you up so you're helpless. I'll direct them to have their way anyway. They want who can make you scream the loudest. Maybe I'll just line them up and then have them squirt in your mouth, your pussy, and all over your tits and ass, all at the same time. You'll be covered in cum and we'll make you eat it all and taste everybody's cum. Read your last picture. You need your pennies ripped off and 3 big black dicks in all 3 holes at the same time. Way up your pussy and way up your ass as far as they will go, but even further. The thickest cock will go down your throat, so it'll make you gag and convulse as those big black cocks pound away. The cum is coming out of all your holes. I'll turn you over and jack off all over you. I just passed my phone around to a bunch of the guys on the tech crew. They were screaming, "Oh my God, she's fucking beautiful. Look at that." And you can pound her and keep on pounding until you pop your load. She may scream and try to say no, although it would be difficult to say anything with a cock down her throat. That said, have you and Johnny talked about breakfast tomorrow?
I mean, he was cut from the WWE. And
Close my eyes. You want me to play games, huh? I like games, Tori.
Your eyes closed.
Okay. Somebody turn around.
Big surprise.
Okay. I'll turn around, Tori. And I've got a big surprise for you, for Mr. Mac Daddy. Oh yeah, I got a big surprise for you, Tori. Tori. I'm a changed man. This is not what it looks like. No.
This is the craziest one ever.
This is not what it looks like.
Leave.
And everything like that. I have no doubt. I mean, well, look, it really depends on how it's adapted, because with a documentary, you can either make it a soft documentary or you can make it a really, really hard one. I have a feeling, because of all the allegations, everything, it's probably going to go on the hard side. And
that's what she said. Gabe, that's what she said. That's what she said. Oh my goodness, I haven't lost a step. Kobe, you like that one, didn't you, Gabe?
That was more of a Shaq, but yeah, I get it.
Yes, sir.
I think it's going to be a rough go for Mr. McMahon. The thing is, when everything came out, in normal press, that's bad. But a documentary on Netflix, ooh, that's going to be rough. That's going to be rough.
It's going to be a rough go for Vince McMahon, and especially reading the chat transcripts. Holy shit! And especially his history of sexual domestic violence, all this stuff going on, all the scandals. That everyone's going to jump on that bandwagon of just crucifying him. So Vince McMahon's in big trouble, huge trouble. And his firing of TKO was an indication that they saw the writing on the wall, that there is some kind of truth to this. So I think Vince McMahon's going to be big trouble. I think the chickens are going to come home to roost. I think everyone's going to take advantage of this opportunity to completely shit on the life of Vince McMahon. Just
without question.
And Vince McMahon had the easiest job in the world. Don't fucking sexually harass anybody. Do not try to rape anybody. He had the easiest job to maintain his legacy and retire, get out of Dodge. And now the McMahon legacy is tarnished. Fucking forever. Goodbye. And you know what's crazy too? It's crazy to think about it. But back in the day, Shane McMahon almost told Vince McMahon to buy the UFC and also told Vince McMahon to buy Pride. They were in attendance for Pride, the Real Deal 2, when that was a big fucking infomercial to sell off Pride to potential American investors, because with the Yakuza clan and everything, Vince McMahon missed so many opportunities to build on his success and build on his empire. His empire, he had so many opportunities, And what did he do? He started the XFL. Fucking garbage.
I mean, look.
And sexually harass women. You fucked up everything, Vince. Your family lineage is over. Gone, bro. Done. Throw it right out the fucking window. Completely discarded. Like, he's done. He's done.
I mean, yeah. He made it's weird too, because when you have that much money and that much fame, if you want to have sex with people, it's not that difficult, and he could have done it and been very, very discreet about it, but I don't think that's his personality. I think it's you also kind of reap what you sow, huh?
We're gonna do clown makeup while we talk about athletes that behave like clowns.
Yes. I'm gonna let you pick my colors because there's just too many for me to choose from.
I will be smoking today sex pot in a pre-roll.
I'm not gonna tell you what I'm smoking because they don't pay me to, but trust me, I'm smoking. So I'll cheers you on that one, Allie. So how about those keyboard clowns?
Keyboard clowns?
Yeah.
Oh, keyboard!
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Keyboard warriors, those keyboard clowns, man, like.
Those men that have never been in a fist fight in their life.
Oh, yeah, and here they are just running their mouth.
Do you know what the official clown of America is?
No, what is it?
Andrew Tate. I'm just kidding. It's the hobo. That's us.
I sure hope I can wash the screen off.
Also with clowns. So I also love watching weigh-ins. Just because that's when, it's not fight day. Athletes are always in a way better mood. They're going to be around their opponent. And they're not super stressed out and having to pee every 20 minutes. So it's always their opportunity to really make a first impression, if it's not their first, but they're now, face to face with them. I even knew people that their opponent brought them chocolates. And they're like, I'm not eating these until after the fight because these could have laxatives in them.
Right, and then there's this guy who brings his baby.
This is one of my faves.
Oh yeah, when they do the selfies, asking people, who is your least favorite fighter? And I by no means want to get political with this, but my favorite answer was Joe Biden.
Oh, just person in general.
Can you even tell?
But do you feel like we always hate our president? I feel like any year, everybody would be like, yeah, the president.
There is my heart on my nose more prominent now. I feel like it is. Should have just.
I feel like Kylie Jenner. I just put on lipstick around my lips and then they look big. There's no filler in there.
None whatsoever.
I just use lipstick around my mouth. That's all.
That's all I do. I've had no other cosmetic surgeries.
I can't even afford it.
Ew.
What I also love, speaking of plastic surgery, are those stupid commercials they play for women on Snapchat and shit where it's like, I went to go get a BBL, but the surgeon just gave me this $50 lotion that's supposed to make my ass grow. So instead of billing me like $10,000 for a procedure, he just gave me this cream.
Yeah, because that works. No?
See, yours is so refined. I'm going for like serial killer, bottom of the barrel, rock bottom.
Yeah, no,
Lindsay Lohan in the bad years. If John Wayne Gacy had a sister, that's what I'm going.
It would still be better than eating Tide Pods.
I feel like millennials, that's our favorite go-to. At the same time, I'm part of the generation that thought it was a good idea to huff air duster.
All right, I'm not committed to this. Wait, hang on. It's totally mustachy.
Oh, let me see.
No!
Do you have handlebars?
Most people don't approach me in real life, so maybe I should consider doing this.
So, do you know anybody or seen these fighters where they play their record and they only take newbies and they look like this absolute badass that just walks through people? But if you like search their opponents have like 1 or 2 fights, or they're their one and only fight, and it's like their buddy. Like, so years ago, you could do this. You could just like talk to people like, hey, would you sign up for a fight with me? And they're like, okay, yeah, sure. They're like, we're not even near the same weight. Yeah, that's fine. Or like, we've already fought like 10 times. Sure, why not do another one? Maybe this time you like figure out the same shit I pull every fucking time. But yeah, there's people out there that they look like this badass on the record, but they're just like beating up these newbies.
Yes, so I may have announced for boxers that are like that even. I am not gonna name drop, but yeah, I have a real love-hate for that kind of athlete.
Yeah, so now when opponents sign up and like one of them has like 12 fights and one of them has none, they're like, nope. It was like a favorite promoter thing to do sometimes, some people, and be like, yeah, but your opponent doesn't train. To take this fight, your opponent doesn't really train, or like they don't train that much. And it's like, one, why does he know everybody's like schedule and regimen? And of course he's gonna say that, so you feel really confident about taking the fight. I mean, I feel like those promoters are clowns, because some is just like they're trying to sell like bloodbath shows. And I've seen that where like they put a experienced fighter against like someone who just signed up because they think it's gonna be a bloodbath and that it's gonna be enjoyable. I can tell you right now, nobody loves seeing a fight end in round 1. It's just the price, like what people will do to get famous or to be known, or even just small town famous, big fish, little pond.
Yeah.
There's also promoters. I haven't seen this in recent years, but I've also not been super on the in crowd at certain events. But when I started, there were some really bad promoters, and there was one particular that he was kind of using promoting fights as like a way to try and sleep with female fighters. And if you didn't accept his advances, he's gonna set you up to get beat up next time.
Yep, I've been very lucky in my experiences with who I work for and who I work with. And mind you, like, I'm still small time, I'm very local to the Colorado area. And a lot of these people here know me, know my husband, But yeah, it's crazy unfortunate to know that, like, and even fighters, like, hey, I'll put you on this card, but we gon' fuck. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, for females, like, holy shit. The amount of that still goes on it's incredible.
Well, it's crazy to think of like female fighters, like we've come such a long way, but not so much still. Like, you still have a lot of female fighters, and I see it a lot in posts that they feel like if they don't have an OnlyFans, they no longer are getting jobs. They're no longer getting likes, on social media. They're no longer being followed, and then it's affecting their careers, affecting their money. And it's like, does it really come down to if I don't do an OnlyFans, if I don't do some kind of like porn work, like I'm not seeing it as like a good product essentially.
Right. Yep, I can agree. And it's unfortunate that a lot of these girls who unfortunately don't even have talent fighting, but do have an OnlyFans, will get booked before.
Because they have a following. They're going by their social media.
Yep. It's crazy how much that has played an influence, you know?
Well, and then it's one of those like catch one. You can't win because I've seen so much the keyboard warriors. Oh, you know, they're always promoting their OnlyFans. You know, these are just these sluts with OnlyFans, but they don't support enough of the women that don't do OnlyFans. They're not commenting on their stuff. They're not going to their fights. They're not supporting them, but they want to talk shit about the girls that do. They're just trying to fucking make some more money.
Right. Bitches gotta eat too. You know what I mean?
There's so much realty going on right here. I don't know.
And the fact that like some of these big names and almost, I guess, essentially retired guys have started boxing the influencers, the Jake and Logan Pauls, who
the Bryce Halls
have turned all of combat sports into a clown show. I was yelling, and Dan Bergliano turned and looked at me and laughed. I was yelling, "Clowns in the circus! Clowns in the circus!"
You're a hater in the crowd. I use palettes that I just like randomly acquired from other people that actually buy makeup.
I feel like I had to throw that little Bailey Syrian touch in there. I'm using shade rose gold in my frowny face. If you don't have anything else to add, I really want to wash my face already.
Yeah, I feel like as you get older, you become very self-aware of like, this shit's gonna make me break out.
All right, Gabe, are you ready for topic number 4? All right, we in this bitch like an unborn baby. Topic number 4.
4.
Ooh, topic number 4. I know Gabe's going to be pissed off. This is very, very exciting to me. So, topic number 4. Dana White just released his Mount Rushmore of UFC, and it goes as follows. Gabe, are you ready for this? Are you ready to have a fucking heart attack?
Oh, boy. Here we go. Lay it on me.
Okay. Sounds good. So, the Mount Rushmore, according to Dana White, according to his knowledge of UFC and all the plethora of talent, including you, that have went through the annals of the UFC hallways, this is going to be his Mount Rushmore. Conor McGregor, John Bones Jones, Ronda Rousey, and George St. Pierre. Gabe, have at it, boss.
What the flying F? Now, okay, first off, you cannot have the UFC Mount Rushmore without Royce Gracie. That is an impossibility. He put the whole thing on the frickin' map, and you need to recognize it. Just like George Washington is come and gone as a president, he's still on fucking Mount Rushmore, right? You have to do it. It's mandatory if you're going to have a historical basis of the UFC. Not having you Royce on there is ridiculous. Now, the other ones. Now, Ronda, I mean, she definitely is the one that brought female MMA into the scope of. But then again, I honestly I feel that what's the girl? She's an actress that was in Strikeforce. I think she had a lot more to do with it than
Gina Carano.
Gina Carano. I feel like, but as far as the UFC is concerned, I guess you kind of put Ronda in there. John Jones, yeah.
Wait, time out. Actually, Erica Montoya was going to be originally the first person to fight in the UFC. She was going to be the first female, and she was also featured in the UFC Sudden Impact video game as well. She was going to be the first female. And plus, you had Bodog that was featuring like Shayna Baszler. You also had Smack Girl in Japan. I mean, yeah, and Gina Carano main eventing on Showtime with Cyborg. I mean, that was a big event. I watched that event, 2009.
But like, okay, but I have to take into consideration this is for the UFC, so we can't.
Okay, sorry,
so
you're right.
So I can kind of maybe put Ronda on there. That's fine. GSP, we can put GSP on there. But then what about Anderson Silva? Anderson Silva is like one of the goats. The goats.
Right.
So we go to John Jones. Okay, we have John Jones. He's been busted for steroids multiple times, cocaine, beating his wife. But then again, I guess Mount Rushmore.
Don't say it, Gabe. Don't say it.
Everybody's historical, that they would all look a little bit bad. So I guess I got to pull that back as well. But okay, Conor McGregor in the respect of pay-per-view buys, yes. But as far as an icon that I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that one.
Fair enough, Gabe. Gabe, are you ready for the fucking bonus round?
Wait, do we have 5 topics?
Oh, no, fuck you. Let's go. Bonus round, baby.
Okay. Sure.
Gabe, what is your top 5 Mount Rushmore? I'll start, shall I? Sakuraba, Kazushi Sakuraba, Kazushi Sakuraba, Kazushi Sakuraba, Kazushi Sakuraba. That's my top 5. That's my Mount Rushmore. Gabe, go.
Fedor.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Anderson.
Ooh, another one.
GSP.
I got a boner.
I'm going to go, you know what? I'm going to put Sakuraba on there.
Oh, Gabe, I love you.
And then you have to do it. You have to do it for any Mount Rushmore. You have to put Hoist.
Oh,
you have to. You have to.
All right, are we ready for the 5th and final topic? All right, let's fucking do this. Topic number 5. Topic number 5. Ooh, this is a great one to end off the show, and it doesn't involve me wearing a wiener hat. Thank fucking God. Topic number 5 is Bellator is going back to Japan. Oh my God, I'm so excited about this. I got a boner. But Bellator going back to Japan, I mean, I would love for them to bring back the Grand Prix format. I think they've had great success with the Grand Prix and keeping that legacy alive. But Gabe, what say you? They're going back to Japan. What do you think about it?
I mean, if they did, it would be great, especially considering that PFL does a team format. I don't know what they're doing with Bellator though. It seems like I just looked and they're having some international fights, but I'm curious if they're going to just envelop it within the next year or whatever. But if they did a Grand Prix in Japan, that would be something sweet. That would be something sweet.
Yeah. We were talking about it, Gabe, and you and I were just nerve-raging about it. But Fedor Emelianenko fighting against Fabricio Verdum. Oh my God, so many moments. You had wasn't Vanderlei Silva versus Chael Sonnen a part of a Grand Prix, or was that just a special fight?
I think that was just a special fight. I don't think that was an actual. Yeah.
Ryan fucking Bader, your buddy. Oh my God. What a Grand Prix run that motherfucker had. Oh, Brian Bayer's a man. Holy shit. And you're friends with him too.
I mean, we're not friends, but I know him very well, and or not very well, but I know him well. And he's a great guy. I've always liked Ryan. Ryan's a super solid guy.
Gabe, fuck you. Do not be modest with me, sir. You held mitts for Paris Hilton. You knew the guy from the Karate Kid. You know Mike Barnes. You know people. Yeah, you know people. So don't be modest with me, motherfucker. I celebrate your good name, and I equally hate you, but I know you know Ryan Bader. I know you're probably chummy. Don't even fucking lie. He knew Sakuraba. You didn't tell me. Don't be modest with me, sir.
All right. So yeah, Brian and I are really close. He was the best man at my wedding. No, that's not true. Yeah. I actually, but Ryan. Every time I've been around Ryan, he's a great guy, and I was really, really cool guy. I wanted nothing but success for him for his career.
Awesome. But I think with and back on topic, instead of hugging your nuts, Gabe, as I always do. But with Bellator going to Japan, that opens up kind of the forbidden door, if you will. Maybe they're going to work with Verizon again, have a co-promotion or co-op and trade talent. Maybe they'll have a Grand Prix where, you got PFL stars, Bellator stars, Rising Stars. Oh my God, you put it all together and you have a swirl of a fucking great event. And it would make perfect sense considering that PFL owns Bellator and they have a working relationship with Ryzen. And I'm sure they can get a working relationship with one. Let's put them all together. If you want to compete with the Juggernaut and the 5,000-pound gorilla in the room, and especially nowadays and at this time where UFC is going to be, they're going to take an L. I know they're going to take an L this weekend. Yep. Why not just all combine forces, make a mega announcement where we're going to have a multi-promotional Grand Prix with our best of our best and fucking just bang out one of the greatest tournaments ever. Like, I know they can accomplish such a feat. Like, if they all work together, like, I would love that.
They can, but I don't think PFL is thinking that far ahead. Look at the pay-per-view card they're doing, which is supposed to be like, the big one with Ngannou and Cyborg. I think they would have done a far better job if they put a four organization Grand Prix with like you said, ONE, Risen, Bellator, and PFL. If they put that all together, that would be way better and way more lucrative in my opinion. But I don't think the PFL is thinking about. I don't know. I don't know what their business plan is. I think it's just to hemorrhage money. That's my take. That's what they want to do is hemorrhage money. So you know what? Good on them.
So they're in fucking meetings right now saying, "Oh, we have to fucking waste. We have so much money right now from investors. Let's just find useful ways to waste it. Let's just blow all the money on, for instance, Ngannou on that pay-per-view. Let's just blow all the money on Jake Paul and let's find him a perfect opponent." Like, you think that that's their business strategy? Because I have to disrespectfully disagree with you, good sir, Mr. fucking Triple H. I definitely, Mr. Handlebars, I'm talking to you, bro. I know for a fact that their business strategy is going to be trying to grow the brand and trying to compete and be competitive with the UFC. And this is the way you do it. You combine all the forces. You combine everybody, all the players in the room, and let's combine to take out the UFC and take out the fucking Nintendo. Take out the HBO back in the day before HBO boxing fucking got dolly-whopped and completely out of syndication. Let's combine forces to make a mega event. That is the way they're going to be relevant. Not with Francis Ngannou, not with Jake Paul, but putting on good fights with the best fighters in the world and showing people, yeah, you got to change perspectives. How do you change perspectives? Is you say, we're going to combine with every major mixed martial arts promotion. UFC is welcome too if they're not scared or pussies. Like, let's combine all the forces and let's make a mega main event. And you make the UFC look like they're scared if you put them on the spot and say, and guess what? UFC, you're invited too. And then Dana was like, oh, I don't want to do fucking business with UFC. And then, holy shit, you just put them on the spot. And like that's what I would do as a businessman.
He probably won't do that.
Oh, I know he won't. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was 5 topics with me and Gabe, brought to you by our good friends at Amazon Audible. Be sure to scan that barcode. Do it right now! Subscribe to Audible. Get a free book and a free month on us. Subscribe to Amazon Audible. Thank you very much for being a sponsor. All right, Gabe, we're going to wrap up the show like a Christmas present. Obviously, Jake Hatton is indisposed at the moment. He's been doing a lot of movie productions. He did Boneyard with Mel Gibson and 50 Cent. He's been doing big things. Could not make it tonight, but we still love him. Just kidding. I fucking hate him, and I hate you too, Gabe. But final words and final thoughts from the four-time world champion, owner of one of the best gyms on the planet, Kaiju MMA and Fitness. Go there in Tarzana, California, and get your very first class vault free. Train with the BJJ Black Belt. Train with a BJJ Black Belt and train with a 4-time world champion. Mr. Gabe, final words and final thoughts from also the WWE champion and the master of the pedigree, Triple H.
We miss Jake Hatton for the day. Unfortunately, Christine Vera was unable to come due to technical difficulties, but she's always welcome back, and I hope everyone enjoyed the show.
Awesome. So join us next week for Fight World Live on Amazon Prime. We thank everybody for joining us, all our viewers, all my bros and hoes in different area codes. With Swollen Lip Notes and Ty and Jones, this is Dave Potter, the Big Dick Bandit of all combat sports, a long time, four-time four-time world champion, Mr. Gabe. Signing off from Fight World Live on Amazon Prime. Peace.
Chao con Dios.
We will see you next time. There'll be water in the rain. Territories may fight. All around it. All may not be just fine. There is another fade away. To not be too late. We will see you next time. There'll be water in the rain. Territories pay fines. All long day. All may not be just fine. There is another fade away. To not be too late.